Hi everybody, I just wanted to share a little video on the Unit 2 that we're starting today. So there it is. Let's click right into Unit 2. I've got the tab already open. You'll see there's two sections in Unit 2. Section 1 is solution chemistry. This is going to be looking at concentrations, different characteristics of solutions, and also get into electrochemistry and redox, which you probably don't know what that is yet, but you will. And then in the section 2, we're going to look at organic chemistry, so chemistry that involves carbon atoms. The first section is going to be the longest part of the unit, so we're probably going to run about 13-14 days for section 1, and section 2 will be about 5 to 7 days, so about half the time as section 1. So first thing we're going to take a look at is the checklist. I've clicked it open here. I've tried to make the checklist even more thorough than the last one, so please really use the checklist to keep yourself organized. So right now you're in day 1 and you're watching the unit intro video. Way to go. You can click something off right away. Second thing you're going to do is make a copy and share your Unit 2 Section 1 learning guide in the Dropbox. You guys are experts at this by now, but please do that before you start working on your learning guide. You're going to take a look at the introduction, and then you're going to start right into Lesson 1. Lesson 1, slides 1 to 4, and you see how it says LG notes? That's the learning guide. Every time I give you slides, make sure you do the learning guide questions. Those are your notes. Those are your study notes. They're to help you keep track of the course. If you just do the slides, it's just not going to stay up here. That's all there is to it. You'll see there's something new now. We have these mini assignments instead of the exit slips. So because we're into chemistry and there's a lot of calculations, I've made these mini assignments multiple choice or fill in the blank questions that you can get automatic feedback to see how well you're doing and how well you understand that lesson. You'll also notice there's no gizmos in this unit. So instead of gizmo marks, I'm going to be using these mini assignments as a grade. However, you have 3 attempts on each of these mini assignments, and I'm going to take an average of all of them and put them in as 1 mark. So it also gives me a sense of who's on track and keeping up to the pace of this unit. This unit is going to pick up a little bit. You're going to find it's going to take a bit more time to learn the concept, practice the concept, and do the assignments. Alrighty, so let's go back to the course. Oh, I guess I could show you one other thing too. You'll notice there's a Part A quiz for this section and a Part B. The section was getting pretty long, and I thought the one big quiz would be a bit too much, so I split it into 2 short quizzes, and they'll just be on the material that came right before each quiz. So I've split it in half. So we're going to go back to our main page here, and then we're going to take a look at the learning guide link in Dropbox. So I'm just clicking on the learning guide link in Dropbox. There's your link right here to the Google Doc. Again, same deal. Make sure you share it with me and then copy that link and paste it in the online comments section of that Dropbox. So your learning guide is going to look slightly different. I've tried to make it a little bit more useful and organized for you. Each lesson here, you'll have all the outcomes for each lesson in the learning guide as well. So take a look at those when you're studying. Do I understand these? Ask yourself, could I answer a question about that? And then I've also added in at the end of each lesson or section where you need to do the mini assignments. So that'll be embedded right in your learning guide. Same with if there's a lab or, there's the lab, anything like that. So you'll see there's mini assignments are actually included in here. Just the mention of going to them, not the actual assignment is in here. Now, something you're going to notice with chemistry is it's very hard to do your practice questions in here on a Google Doc. If you want and you feel like doing some math editor and working on that, that's fine. If not, just grab a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to assume that you're going to do those practice questions. If you don't, you're not going to learn the material. So if the practice question area is blank, I'm not going to worry about it. But you really need to do them. So they might not happen in this document, but you need to do them, okay? Or you're just not going to learn how to do and be able to do the course. I am asking still for notes from the video, so copy over any formulas that are in videos so that all your formulas are in one spot. If you want to copy over examples, do that too. Anything you want. Consider this your notes and your study guide, right, as you're going through the course. So if you want to have everything in here, you can print it after if you want, or just use it online to study. All right, so I'm going to go back to the course, and then we're going to take a look at the lessons and activities. Same as before, you've got your lessons down the side here. I'm just going to pop into one lesson so you can get an idea what it looks like. Your learning goals are still at the top. The slides are right here. Sometimes I'm finding the slides are really big for the page. If you refresh the page, sometimes it makes them smaller. Also, you can use this full screen to just look at the slides, and that'll fit your screen size too. So if you're finding that they're hidden down here, refresh the page or use the full screen. You'll find, instead of the Excel slips, you'll find all the mini assignments down at the bottom here. This is the only lesson with multiple mini assignments. Usually there's just one mini assignment per lesson. But because this first lesson is actually a review, the first couple slides are a review of your Science 9 and 10 chemistry. That's why there's some extra mini assignments so I can see how much you guys remember and if we need to do some work on some of the pieces. We still have the check your understandings built into the course, so make sure you're doing those as you go. And you'll find a lot more videos that I've created too. Maybe not so much in this one, I can't remember. But there's more videos that I've created and answers that are fully worked out, solutions that are fully worked out as you go through. So for example, under this next lesson, just takes a second to load. Let's go back. There's two lessons for me, and then there's answers to a question, and there's a solution that I've worked through to show you how those answers came about if the answers didn't come to you that easily, right? So there's a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of giving you a practice question. You need to sit down and do those on a piece of paper and see how far you can get before you click the next page where the solution has been done for you so that you can check your answers thoroughly, okay? So not only are there written answers, but there's also a video answer so that you can check to make sure that you really understand this. This is where the onus is on you to really complete and take your time to go through this material. One last little reminder, you got to keep on top of the chemistry. You'll see there's a lot of lessons here. There's a lot of slides, a lot of material to go through. And if you miss a day or two and decide to take a couple days off, it's going to be a lot harder to get caught up in chemistry than it was in that first unit. So this is the time to give it your best. All right, good luck, enjoy chemistry, and we'll talk soon.